the next video on basic electrical engineering. Today we are going to discuss some multiple choice questions based on the AC fundamentals. I'm Professor Ganesh from Department of Electrical Engineering, Kekewag Institute of Engineering Education and Research, Nashik. What are the learning outcomes of today's session? At the end of this session, the learner will be able to discuss the important concepts through the small multiple choice question based on AC fundamentals. So let's begin with the first question. So a standard sinusoidal voltage wave changes its polarity. So we have, this is a standard voltage which is appeared over here. What is the standard voltage? If you look to the equation, standard voltage is, this is the waveform of the standard voltage. In this standard voltage waveform, it changes its polarity at every zero crossing. At this zero crossing, it going in positive. At this zero crossing, this is going to negative. Again it is positive, again it is negative. So at a zero value, it's changing its polarity. How will calculate the angular frequency? So angular frequency is always measured in terms of omega. So omega is equal to 2 pi f, where frequency f is equal to 1 upon time period. So it is a 2 pi by t. Hence its unit is radian. Time is in seconds. So it is a radian per second. So correct option is 2 pi by t. Dash dash is the varying alternating quantity, can be represented by a phasor. The phasor can be represented for only for a sinusoidal quantity. In a sinusoidal quantity, suppose this is a Vm sin omega t plus phi, then phasor can be represented as V at an angle of phi, where this mod of V stands for Vm upon root 2 phi. So this is for a sinusoidal wave. Generally, the alternating quantities are presented by their RMS value. So in our home, we have having 230 volt supply. This 230 value is represents the RMS value, and the frequency is what, 50 Hz. So it is represented by the root mean square, that is the effective value. If the V is equal to Vm sin omega t minus phi and I is equal to Im sin omega t, or then I is dash dash to V. So I is taken as omega t, so phi is 0. So I is with the reference, whereas voltage is lagging to the reference by minus 5 degrees. So you can observe it is a minus 5. So lead is on this side, lag is on this side. So I is on leading side, where V is on lagging side. So I is leads to the V, or you can say V lags to I. So here it is I is leads to V. Okay, so that is the correct option. Let's discuss the next question. Here we have given as V is equal to Vm sin omega, V is equal to Vm sin omega t, and I is equal to Im sin of omega t. Then what is the relationship between I and V phasor? So I is the reference phasor because its value is 0 degree, and here you will observe the 5 degree. So plus 5 means V is leading. So V is leading and I is lagging to the V by 5 degree. So you can say I is lags to V by 5 degree, or V is leads to I by 5 degree. Okay. So again here you will observe that in this case, suppose if you take this case, in this case V is equal to Vm sin omega t and I is equal to Im sin omega t phi. So angle of I is phi, whereas the angle of voltage is 0 degree. So angle of voltage is 0 degree with respect to reference, and current is the plus phi, that is leading to the voltage by 5 degree. So you can say that I is leading to V, and V, that is lags to I by 5 degree. Okay, so here is also 5 degree. So again, what is given over here? It is given that V is equal to Vm sin omega t and I is equal to Im sin omega t minus phi. So current, you can see current is angle having minus phi with respect to reference, and voltage is 0 degree with respect to the reference. This is the lead side, this is the lead lagging side, and phasor are rotating with the anti-clockwise direction with the speed of omega. So you will observe that the current is lagging to the voltage, that is V leads to the voltage. In this example, what is given, Vm sin omega t plus phi and Im sin omega t plus phi. Both voltage and current are leading to the reference by 5 degree. So this is leading to the 5 degree. V is leading to by 5 degree. I is also leading by 5 degree. So voltage and current are in phase. So you can say they are in phase. With respect to the reference, plus sign indicates. So you observe the plus sign indicates the leading and minus sign indicates the lagging. So plus is lead, minus is lag. So plus indicates the lead and minus indicates the lag. So let's see the next question. Here, if the two sinusoidal quantities of the same frequency but different amplitude and phase difference are added, subtracted, or multiplied. So let us consider that Vm is equal to V is equal to Vm sin omega t plus phi, V2 is equal to Vm2 sin omega t. So plus phi 2. Here you will observe that both are having the same frequency. Suppose if you add, multiply, or subtract anything, that is, if you add the voltages, subtract the voltages, multiply voltages, or division of the voltages, the output voltage is always having the same frequency of that supply. Okay, so hence it is the same frequency. The length of the phasor in phasor diagram. So you can observe that when you draw the phasor diagram, this length of the phasor is always represent what RMS quantity, because V phasor is equal to V magnitude at an angle of phi. So this is the phi, and V magnitude is nothing but Vm upon root 2, which represents the RMS value. The phase difference between the two waveforms can be compared only when, okay, so this is the V1 voltage and V2 voltage. This phase angle phi is remain constant when the speed is constant, that is the frequency is constant. So it can be compared only when there is a same frequency. So they should have a same frequency. Then next is the match the pairs in the group. So here we have given the angular frequency, and here you will observe in group 1 there are the quantities, in group 2 there are the units. So omega is equal to 2 pi f. So its unit is radian per second. Form factor is RMS divided by average. So volt by volt or ampere by ampere. Hence unit is cancelled, so no unit. Time period is 1 upon f, so it is in second, and f is equal to frequency, it is measured in terms of hertz or cycles per second. So option B is correct in this match the pairs option. Let's begin to the next one. Two waveforms of the same frequency have opposite phase, means what? V1 is equal to minus V2, that is suppose V is equal to Vm sin omega t, then V2 is equal to minus Vm sin omega t. Suppose you minus sign absorb into this, then this will become a sin omega t plus pi or minus pi. So that pi is nothing but 180 degree. So opposite phasor have a phase angle difference of 180 degree. Let V is equal to mod of V1 at an angle of phi 1, V2 is equal to mod of V2 at an angle of phi 2, and we want to do the division operation. So V1 by V2. So V1 by V2 is mod of V1 phi 1, mod of V2 phi 2. When you want to do the divisions, take the ratio of mantissa, that is the magnitude, and take the difference of the angle. So V1 divided by V2. So ratio of the mantissa, angle of numerator minus angle of denominator, that is angle of numerator is phi 1, so minus phi 2, so it is phi 1 minus phi 2. When you want to multiply the same quantity, multiply the mantissa and add the angles. So it is V1 V2 at an angle of phi 1 plus phi 2 when you are going to multiply it. Okay, when this is plus phi and minus phi, V1 divided by V2 is V1 at an angle of phi 1, V2 at an angle of minus phi 2. So mantissa is divided, so V1 by V2 at an angle of phi 1 minus of minus phi 2, angle of numerator minus angle of denominator, but angle of denominator is minus phi 2, so it will give you phi 1 plus phi 2 is the effective one. Okay, here phi 1 and here it is a minus phi 2. When you multiply this, then it will give you mod of V1 into mod of V2 phi 1 plus minus phi 2, phi 1 plus minus phi 2. So angle must be added, but this angle is already minus, so it will give you minus phi 1 minus phi 2. So the correct option is option number A. Okay, so let us consider that V is equal to Vm sin 2 omega t minus pi by 6, and V2 is equal to Vm sin omega t 8 sin 8 pi t plus pi by 3. What is the ratio of frequency? So we know that the standard equation is Vm sin omega t. So in this equation, this is the value of omega and this is the value of omega. So let in this value of the omega is 2 pi f, in this value of the omega is 8 pi f. So if you take the ratio omega 1 divided by omega 2, that is 2 pi f divided by 8 pi f, so it will give you 1 by 4, that is 0.25. So the correct answer is the 0.25. When two sinusoidal waves are 90 degree out of phase, then that is when one wave is Vm sin omega t and another one is Vm sin omega t minus 90. Phase angle difference is minus 90. So you can see here, when the maximum of the first, 0 of the second, when 0 of the first, maximum of the second, that is one is having the peak value, other is having the 0 value at the same time. When they are 180 degree out of phase, when two sinusoidal waves are 180 degree out of phase, 180 degree out of phase, then their maximum value will appear at the same time. Both have appear the maximum value at the same time, but in opposite magnitude. Here it is a positive, here it is the negative. So here you can observe minus Vm2. So you can say both have their opposite peak value at the same instant. The direction of the current in the AC circuit is always varying time to time. So it means sometimes it is a plus, sometimes it is a minus. So it is varying time to time. A sinusoidal voltage V1 leads to the another voltage V2 by 180 degrees. Suppose V2 is taken as the reference, then V1 is leading. So lead is on always on this side. So this is the V2. So V1 is leading to this by 180 degree, means V1 will appear on this side. V1 will appear on this side. So what you can say? I can say that V2 is also leading to the V1 by 180 degree. Both voltages have opposite peak value at the same time. So you will observe both voltages are having the opposite peak value at the same time. The both voltages have their zero value at the same time. Both voltages have this zero value at the same time. Means all of the above is option is correct. The RMS value of the sinusoidal varying current is dash dash of its average value. So I is equal to 0.707 times of Im, and average value is the 0.637 times of Im for the sine wave. So here you observe that average value is greater than RMS value. That is RMS value is always greater than the average value. I average is less than IRMS. That is IRMS is greater than I average. So it is a more than the average value. RMS value is more than the average value. So by this way you can solve the answer. Let's have a last slide. Alternating voltage and currents are expressed in RMS because they have the effective value. The effective value of the RMS AC is nothing but the effect of DC. That is, it is called as effective value. Hence, it is the effective value in comparison with the DC. The ratio of RMS value to the average value is called. So RMS value upon average value. So IRMS upon I average is always called as the form factor, or V RMS upon V average. So it is the form factor is the correct answer. The frequency of domestic power supply in India. So in India we are having the 50 Hz frequency because we are following the British standard. In US it is a 60 Hz, but in India we are getting the 50 Hz frequency. So option D is correct. The frequency of the alternating current is, okay, so frequency of the alternating current is, frequency is measured in the cycles per second. So it is the number of cycles passing through a point in 1 second, not in number of electrons. It is also a wrong option. The number of cycles generated in 1 minute. So 1 minute is also wrong option. And the speed of the alternator runs, it is not the speed of the alternator, it is the frequency, means it is number of cycles through a point in 1 second. The form factor of the pure sinusoidal wave, the form factor. So form factor is RMS value upon average value. The RMS value is Im divided by root 2 and average value is the 2 Im divided by root 2. That is 0.707 times of Im and 0.637 times of Im. So Im will be get cancelled. If you take this ratio, it is 1.11. So form factor for any sinusoidal quantity is always fixed. It is what? 1.11. Hope you understand this. So we will see the remaining MCQs in the next video. Thank you for watching the video.